Myself, Satish Kumar. I have studied BTech IT. I am SAP Fiori consultant as well as trainer. I have 10 plus years of experience in SAP Fiori as well as UI5. So basically, my day-to-day activities, like the project is based on the implementation or migration as well as the custom developments. So more into SAP Fiori projects, basically S4 HANA implementations as well as migrations. So these are the industries I have been working on, like US-based pharmaceuticals and then Singapore-based manufacturing companies. So most probably, if you are technical lessons, you may already know about what is SAP, how the SAP concepts is working, and what is ERP and all. So if not, no, I need to go through those things for the freshers. So I'm assuming like you are all from technical background. So I'm just skipping those core concepts like what is SAP, what is core concepts, ERP and all. So hope you all know about SAP, the core concepts, right? Okay, so then we can move forward. Okay, so this is the major part. This S4 HANA comes into the picture. Like 2015 is the starting point for the S4 HANA. So from that onwards, like 2016 onwards, Fiori has startup. Like into S4 HANA, the Fiori is the user interface for the every SAP products. So that's how the Fiori has comes into the picture. That's how the 10 years has been moving forward for the Fiori. So the Fiori has lot of basically because what all the SAP new products comes into the picture, everything just UI is the Fiori for the all the SAP products. So that's why Fiori is in on demand right now. So hope you all know these global companies using SAP. So these are all the basics, these terms for the freshers. So this need to be know everyone. So you need to understand what is front end, what is application server, and what is database. So hope you are from the above background. You know the application server, basically business logics. So where you write the codes, you will be writing in SE38, right? So you will be writing the codes in SE38. So where you write the logics. So and databases, it can be S4 HANA or it can be ECC. It can be database, can be anything. But in Fiori perspective, it links with the S4 HANA. So S4 HANA comes into the picture, the Fiori has been started for the user interface. So here the front end is the Fiori. SAP Fiori is the front end. So that is the user interface for the everyone, like business users, end users. The Fiori works for all the kind of modules. Like, if you are a Fiori developer, you need to understand all kind of modules like FI, FO, material management, sales distribution, HCM. So basically, I will be working with all kind of modules. Like, I will work with the sales team. I will work with the material management team. So as a Fiori developer, we need to understand the logics with all kind of modules. So the technical module. So basically the ABAP is the programming module. Here, what we will do is we will write the OData. So OData, which here it will works as a API. So whatever we are doing in the front end, it's a Fiori. We need some data, right? So we need to get data from the back end. So whatever the data comes from the OData, that is API. That API will calls to the Fiori front end. So we will consume that OData service as a API, and then we will display the data from the back end to the front end. So these are all the entities you may know, right? So the clients, sandbox, development, quality, production. So that's how we will also do the same thing. So how will you write the code in the SE38? You will be write the code in the development, and then you will be transporting it to quality and production, right? That's how in Fiori as well, we will do development. We will using the TR movement from development to quality, quality to production. Yeah, this scroll down. So here, this is the place we should know everything like SAP GUI versus SAP Fiori. So if you are not using Fiori, most people will use GUI, graphical user interface, because the graphical user interface is that lot of screens to navigate to one particular transaction. Like if you take ME21N or ME22N, so those kind of screens or lot of screens is there to navigate. In Fiori perspective, it should be simple. So that is the core principle for Fiori. So every screen developments, if you take any standard Fiori app as well, the screen will be not much. It should be 3 screens. So that's how the Fiori principle will work. Yeah, so hope you all know about this ERP concepts and also I am not going to cover those things. So basically, this is the core definition of SAP Fiori. This is a user experience and user interface basically. So it should be simple. It should be responsive. Responsive in the sense it should be, it should be compatible with all the devices. So if you say for the Fiori developments, we will do compatibility check. It should be adaptable to mobile. It should be adaptable to tablet. It should be adaptable to desktop. So we will discuss with the business team as well as the functional team, whether the custom development Fiori app, it should support to desktop or it should support to tablet or it should support to mobile. So those things we will know in the implementation phase. We will gather the requirement. Latest version of SAP Fiori is 3. That is the latest version. The Fiori 1, as I told you, the initial step, right? So 2015 and 2016, that is the phase. Fiori 1.1, 1.0 has came. During 2016, the Fiori 2.0 came. Now Fiori 3 is the latest one. Hope you all know about the GUI screen. This is the Fiori screen. Like, it's a graphical view. It's a user interface view. So that is the difference of this GUI as well as Fiori. Yeah, please scroll down. Yeah, hope you all this Fiori Launchpad screen. Yeah, this is the place 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. So this is how the Fiori evolving. So it's keep on evolving. This is the Fiori architecture. So basically SAP S4 HANA. So SAP S4 HANA, which combines with SAP Fiori apps and the business logic. So maybe most of people going to be 2027 is the end of life of SAP ECC. So after that, many projects is going to be migrated to S4 HANA. So that's how the Fiori comes into the picture. That's how it's working right now. So basically here we have on-premise system and on-cloud. So in on-premise system, so this is how the business logic will work. After that, the Fiori apps will work. So the ORTA service is the connectivity part from the front end to the back end. So basically whatever you are seeing in the front end in the browser, that is called user interface. That is the Fiori apps and the Fiori screen. So all the data comes from the backend only. So that is how it's been written in the OData part. So hope you are aware of this above. So you may know SEGW. So that is the gateway. So where you will be writing the code for the OData service. To publish the OData service, you will be writing the code in the SEGW transaction. So from there, where we are creating the API, it will connect to the front end. So basically in the browser, you will be seeing the Fiori apps. Okay, that is user interface. So where we are writing SAP UI5 framework. So whatever you are seeing in the Fiori Launchpad screen, that's nothing but it's a SAP UI5 framework. So based on that framework only, the Fiori apps will reflect in the Chrome browser. Okay, so behind that screen, there will be logic need to be, it's a data driven, right? So data need to be there in the SAP system. So in SAP S4 HANA system, we need to write OData service in the backend. So backend in the sense, it should be the business logic. So let's say you are creating one Fiori app development for the material management module. You need to discuss with the material management functional team what kind of Fiori apps they need. So we'll be writing the code in the backend. I'm saying you are all above us. In that way, I'm just saying. Okay, so you need to write the code in the backend in SEGW screen where you need to publish the OData service. So in front end, what we will do, we will consume that OData service using the gateway service. So where we will consuming that OData service in the front end. So front end is nothing but it's a SAP UI5 framework. Okay, so we will consuming that OData service in the front end. Then we will publish the Fiori apps in the browser. So that's how the complete logic will work from back end to front end. So as I mentioned earlier, like this is the core principle. It's a role-based in the sense. So if you are creating one application like Fiori app, we need to be role-based. So it should be material module, or it should be HCM module, or it should be sales module. So that kind of a role should be there. So that's how the Fiori apps will get work. So that's how we will call it as a user roles. It should be delightful. It should be coherent. Mainly, it should be simple. So whatever Fiori apps we will be developing the custom developments, it should be simple. It should not be clumsy, basically. So that's how the Fiori apps will work out. Because whatever Fiori apps you are developing, most probably the user is going to be the end user. So the end user, it should be easy to accessible. So if they are creating any purchase order, or it should be creating our sales order, so that's how the screen, it should be simple and easier. So now I will be coming to the SAP UI5 picture. So let's say, so here we have many people have confusion with what is Fiori and what is SAP UI5. So I will tell you in simple way. Let's say you have one Apple mobile phone that is called Fiori. Apple is equal to Fiori. And if you run that Apple, you need iOS, right? So that iOS is the OS, operating system. So that is called here SAP UI5. Fiori is nothing but Fiori is just naming convention. But whatever works behind, that is the code. That is called framework.